Today was one of those days where I just felt not productive, but I got so much done. And that's the best. You know, you don't feel crazy high on how your day went, but then when you look back at it at the end of the day, you're like, wow, I can't believe all that stuff has gotten done today. And so here are some of the things that I've been getting done today. I'll talk about them throughout this video. But before I get into them, today is day number, I think, like 92 of vlogging for 365 days, 1 year straight, 20 minutes a day, no filters, no edits, whatever happens, happens. And this has been a really incredible experience because you guys seen when I was in Portugal, you guys have seen me go through ACL surgery. You guys have seen my recovery through the ACL surgery. And you've also seen a meetup we've been to. You've seen Everly grow throughout this time. It's been a while since Everly's been on the video, but it's just because every time I get an opportunity to record this, it's typically bedtime for her because the day has just been so busy. And I am going to try to get out a little bit more and take the camera with me. So tomorrow's plan is to go to Home Depot. I figured out an idea of how to create the shower that we want and that we need in the trailer, the small trailer. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some materials tomorrow. So we're going to head out to Home Depot tomorrow. So look forward to that. We have to get some plumbing materials. We have to get some materials like we're going to get high density foam that is going to be pretty thick. And that foam is for structural foam anyway. And we're going to create our own pan out of that. I'll epoxy it, use some fiberglass mesh, epoxy it. And then maybe we'll do like a cool epoxy pour inside of the pan. And so also what we'll need to do is we'll have to get some type of like silica sand or granite sand. So that way we could create some texture in it. So when it gets wet, it's not slippery. And that's going to be a really fun process to do. I'm going to see if I could have a buddy come help me out. But before we could go get the product, we have to do a couple more things. So one of those things is prepping the interior of the trailer to get ready for the build process of that shower area. So one of the other things I want to do is I want to make the toilet on a slider. And so that way the toilet could be in a dry space when we're using the shower and then slid into the shower area when we want to use it. And I think that will be the best use of it. And that's also going to give us a whole nother closet area that we could be able to access and be able to maybe hang clothes in, as well as I think I'm going to wind up putting those electrical components from Blue Eddy that I haven't been able to put in yet because we just received them recently. Blue Eddy meant to send us the whole kit, but I guess they didn't have it all in stock. So they sent us a kit where we were able to at least install and get power in our unit while we waited on the rest of the equipment. And so I'm actually going to take you into the hideout right now. And I'm sorry, into Betty. Get so confused. The hideout is a 37-foot RV that we have that is going to be our home base within the next week. We're going to move into it. Now that I'm walking pretty well and I feel pretty good, I could actually get myself in there. Oh, look at this. I left the door open. So I'm really glad that I came over here because I literally good thing we live in a nice place in Canada because nobody broke in. All right, let's go inside. Let's check it out. So here's my plan. This area here is the shower. We already have the door installed, so that's great. And next is going to be this toilet area here is going to go in this section here. I'm going to put a wall right here so that way it's easy to put the laminate piece on this wall, this wall, this wall, and that will make it to where we have everything's waterproof. In here will be the pan that I'm going to make. I'm going to create myself. And then this toilet's going to go there and slide in and slide back out. And there'll be a seal and it will be beautifully done to where we could just open and pull that in and out and be able to use it. So I'll have to pull up those blocks there and we'll make a box for this here. And then we'll be able to red guard the whole inside here. And that will make this a much nicer, easier use of space. And then this whole section becomes pretty much a closet where we store that toilet. And so we are going to have to come about 6 inches up for that toilet to be able to slide in and out in that section. And we'll still have a hanging area here. Maybe we'll split this, like cut it right here, because that's about where this is. It's about right here. So this whole section will come out, and we'll have a three section pocket area that we could put stuff into, which this has been useful, but in the shower will never work. So if you get my idea, if you understand what I'm going to do, I'm going to be able to close this all off, make this all look nice and finished. I have a couple of sticks from the original build in the neighbor's garage. We're going to be pulling the trailer back over to the neighbor's garage to finish out that section, and that will at least get us ready for July when we have a camping event that will have our own shower and just be able to shower no problem. I already have the drain marked out right down there at the bottom there. It's hard to see. I'll turn on this light, maybe it will help. So right here, there's a little poke hole, like right about there. That's the center of my drain on the inside, going out to the base of that tank. That will make it to where it will run right into the tank. I have a vent underneath the sink that goes much higher than the actual pan will be. So there should be no problem with drainage into that black or gray tank. I shouldn't say black tank because no poo goes in there. And that will be it. We'll be good to go with the shower. I think this project should take me only, I'm going to say 3 days. 3 days. I'm going to give myself a week, but it should only take me 3 days to do this. I'm going to get some help from a friend just because bending down right now is kind of difficult for myself. So right now, the actual electrical stuff is underneath this bench area. So being able to bring it into here, I'll put the interface for the whole situation in space on this wall that will be here. So that way I have a way to put it inside that unit there. And we'll have easy access to that unit right here. And that was one of the things that I was kind of like fretting with and dealing with that was felt like an issue was putting in that screen. I needed an area that would be deep enough that I could put it into. And I think this is going to work out where I could put in all the components that I want to and have the shower that we would like. So the nice part is I'll show you the kind of the width of the shower. It'll still be big enough for us, but it will be more like a normal RV styled shower. So going into the shower, I have more than my shoulder width in here. And so if there's a wall on this backside, I still have enough room to shower and, you know, take care of myself. Alex has plenty of room to shower as well. And so will Everly. So I like this plan. I think it's great. The fan here will actually still be in the perfect position where the wall is just beyond the fan. So no issues with exhaust at all. And it will be really nice to be able to use the bathroom with the door closed. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I know Alex is definitely looking forward to that as well. I got to make sure that that slides a lot easier because it does feel as if it's a little bit bound up at that end. So I'll fix that. Maybe it's like a little bit lowering or hiring of that area right there. That's it. And so the foam is going to fit right down in that area and I'll cut it out. It will come up right up to this edge here. So that way we could put the epoxy all around. So that way we seal that off really, really well and we'll have no issues with any water getting anywhere. I'm looking forward to this job. I think it's going to be a cool one. And then I'll be able to close off this front area soon, but that's not as critical as getting that shower section done. Once that shower section is done, I could then also work on getting the epoxy pour that we're going to do on our countertop here because that needs it. And we also need to do like a backsplash on this back wall here. I would like to finish this stuff up so then we have like a nice functional space. Everything works great in here. It's just a matter of those couple things not being fully done. I just want to shut off the lights so we're not just wasting energy. Granted, solar's been working great, so we haven't really needed to worry about our power in here. Fridge is still running. We got a few things in here as well. Ooh, eggs. Maybe I bring these inside so we eat them. Yeah, let's bring those inside. Don't want no eggs going bad, you know what I mean? We want to keep our eggs. All right. Let's lock this bad boy up. And, let me put you guys down real quick with my eggs. Unclip this. Hello, my honey.
Where are you?
I am just outside doing the 20-minute vlog. What's up?
She's gonna go to bed. I need your help.
Okay. You want to? Can I pass you the camera off? I'm coming. We'll swap. I'm coming. Love you. Well, it looks like I have to be a dad right now, which is perfectly fine. Another thing I got done today that has been really good is got the edit done, or mostly done. So now Alex could jump on it and tighten it up a bit for our hideout. One of the big projects we had to do. So that way we could keep our roof from leaking. So that video should be coming up this week. I think you guys will really enjoy it. It was so much fun shooting that video because I actually got to shoot the video and be like a fly on the wall instead of being the one doing the job. Which you'll all be capable of doing. I'm going to swap off. Alex is going to take this, and I'm going to take care of Everly.
Thanks.
Good luck.
You too.
Thanks.
Oh, hi. How are you? I'm tired. Thanks for asking. I have no idea what Frank was talking to you about. Whoa. It's really cold today. I feel like it's been so hot lately that it's like actually freezing. I don't know what I did today. It feels like a really long time that today was. Went to the library this morning. That was nice. We got a couple new books. So we read those a bunch of times. And had some good food. So yesterday we got Firehouse subs and they were really good. But 2 subs was like over $40. So it's not something that you necessarily want to have every day. But so at home, I was like, well, I kind of have some of the things to make the thing. And like the whole thing about Firehouse subs is that they steam the meat and cheese. So it's like the meat, it's just like deli meat, but then they put the cheese on top and then they steam it. And then that goes in the toasted sandwich. And that's, I think, what makes it good. I don't know. But yeah, so I tried to make it at home with like the steaming and I asked Google and it was like, yeah, try this. It didn't really work out exactly the same, but it was pretty good. And then, yeah, we've just kind of been like hanging out. We're planning on moving back to the hideout, but we're also working on Betty at the same time, of course, because we can't just do one project at a time. So we're doing 2 projects poorly instead of just doing one project well. But Frank tried to go to the hardware store today to get what he needed to finish the plumbing at the hideout. But where we live, there's so many ants out here right now. I'm like probably sitting in an ant pile. There's a hardware store that's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes from where we live. And if they don't have it, there's another one that's maybe like 5 more minutes up the road. And if they don't have it, because those 2 tend to be like, I don't know, one of them's kind of like a more locally one. It's a Home Hardware. And then the other one is a Rona. And for some reason, Rona never has anything. Like, I don't even know what they sell. Like, they are a hardware store and they do sell a lot of things, but every time we go there to look for something, they never have the thing that we are looking for. So really Home Depot is like the GOAT because they got everything, but the big Home Depot is like 25 minutes away. So I don't know, it just feels like a big commitment to then like, because it's like an hour of driving basically, like to get all the way there, and then you're shopping probably for an hour and then all the way back. And then also gas prices are just like crazy right now, and we have a big honking truck, so we like, try to limit our drives. And Frank has to go that way tomorrow anyway, so he was like, let me just, not get the supplies I need today, and I'll just get them tomorrow when I can go to the big hardware store. But so then we really didn't get much done in terms of projects today. We did, I think, decide how we want the shower set up in Betty. As you guys know, we were at the van life meetup last weekend, and I had kind of forgot that the toilet was just like I forgot that we had just never finished the shower area. We have all the supplies at the neighbor's house in their big shed in the back. And I'm really sorry if I'm repeating all of the same things that Frankie said to you. I literally have no idea. But yeah, so we have all the supplies. So we're only having to buy like a couple of random things that are only available at Home Depot. But so we had a whole talk this afternoon about how is the toilet gonna work. And we don't really like a wet bath, which is kind of how we had it set up, that we made this kind of big area, and then there would be the toilet and the shower, and then, they would be one. But we were talking today about putting up a wall so that the shower would be in one area, and then potentially the toilet would slide out into the shower area when we wanted it there, and then close up when we don't want it there, like when we're showering or whatever. So I think that would be cool, because then we would have a whole nother area, because the dry area would be too small to sit in. Like we're like testing it out. We're like moving the toilet around and sitting, and like, because it's kind of like it's on an angle, like a bit of a pentagon on one side. There's not really room for your legs or a door. So we were like, well, then you would have the toilet in its own area, but then you would still have no door, which is kind of the big problem that we were trying to solve. So anyways, if we do, we would have a smaller shower than we originally anticipated, but still like big enough, like serviceable. Frank and I are both small people, and it's kind of like, RV sized shower. And then when you want the toilet, you could slide it out. And when you don't want the toilet, you slide it back in. And I think being away at the meetup this weekend, we were like, oh, it is very annoying that this is not finished. And we just got some like maybe opportunity that we might need the camper Betty to be like done soon. So yeah, so we're kind of like, okay, we're not sure if that's going to happen or not, but if it does happen, obviously we'll tell you guys about it. But if it does happen, we would like to have the shower and toilet set up, because we would be moving Betty, and then we would be kind of living out of Betty. And not that we haven't lived out of Betty unfinished, but it would definitely be nicer to live in Betty more finished. She still won't be 100%, but at least if we could like keep creeping towards like, an end goal, that would be good. So yeah, that's kind of, we made, I think, the decision. So now Frank has to like figure out how to execute it and like how to actually build that. And he's asked his friend Nate, who you guys have probably seen a couple of times, to come this weekend. So Nate's going to help out with some building stuff. I'm going to go on Saturday. I have like a little girls' day. So I'll take Everly with me to see some girlfriends. And then Sunday is Father's Day. So I can't really tell you what the plan is for Father's Day, because Frank edits these. So we're going to keep it top secret. But yeah, so that'll be nice. But yeah, so we have a couple more days this week to kind of get set up so that they can really work this weekend. Excuse me. And then also move into the hideout, because that's like the plumbing pieces that he needs for the hideout. Hopefully he can get tomorrow, and then finish the plumbing for the hideout before the end of the week as well, so we can move over there. Oh, shoot. That's 20 minutes. We'll see you guys tomorrow.